All right, it's Janet Jackson on a Friday Eve. We played so much Michael Jackson. Play a little escapade.
I don't know. I think Rhythm Nation's my favorite. Janet Jackson.
That's the only music that survived. That actually artists that survived from the
Mhm.
80s into the 90s was really the Jacksons and a few other ones. And then,
Yep.
so
Music is good music.
yeah, Janet Jackson, Escapade, that whole like rhythm. Was that the whole Rhythm Nation
That whole
album?
album was
Yeah, that was the Rhythm Nation album though, right? That was like that's really good. Like that is a quintessential album. Like that rivals her brothers in every single way.
Yeah,
I think
Rhythm Nation was it.
that was good. We got 'em all for the Rhythm Nation. So,
And they all the
you're all
dancing.
welcome for that. So, but yeah, hey, it's Friday Eve. It's been a long week. I
It
think
is
that all the
Friday
kids back
Eve.
in here,
It
and
feels like it should be Saturday.
yeah, I think with the time change and Friday Eve, and
Yeah.
it's been a long week, and it's only Thursday.
Yes. And when we're filming it, it's only Wednesday.
Yes, and we got a couple of things we got to clear up too. So we keep saying we're gonna keep saying them until we follow them, and we're not, we'll have different people at different places, but um, uh, some of our and a majority, like, listen, we had 508 come back. I think we had a couple of people go virtual. Um, uh, for the most part, 498 doing well.
Yep.
But it's a couple people like, listen, you got to follow these directions. We're not just saying that. We're not saying this because we want to keep rules in place, because these are different rules than we would have in a normal school year. We're doing this though because we've got to make sure, because of COVID protocols, things like that. Like today, I had to get on someone for shaking a hand. Like normally that's not something we do, but we don't high five or arm wrestle or
You
and this
don't
kind of way.
touch.
That's how you like. So you touch the arms there, and then you put your hand. Yeah, that's not. It's a way just to spread germs, so we don't do that. And so
Mhm.
making sure that you're following the protocol to make sure you're using the hand sanitizer and washing hands. COVID is not over. I
No.
know that many of your teachers are either in the process of or getting their vaccination. And I know that eventually kids, I know they're doing tests on kids to see if it works for them. But we're not out of COVID yet, though. That's the thing. We are
No.
not out of COVID. And I think um, the minute that we take our eye off the ball,
Yep.
we don't put a mask on, or we don't like put a mask over our noses, those kind of things, is when it takes off again. And we don't want that to happen.
No.
And so, quite frankly, make sure that we're following those protocols, and the teachers know the protocols and are making sure you're following them. And so all this, all this should be followed, because again, we're trying to keep
Mhm.
COVID down. It's like it's not like 2.8% in
Yeah.
Indiana, and like 2.9% maybe in Marion County.
But we
Depending
know
on
how
how
fast
all
that
the
can
numbers.
grow, and we can't let that happen. We've got to
Yeah.
win.
So we got to do, yeah. So we have to do these things that we're talking about to keep protocol, like to keep the masks up and to keep our masks on going
Not to
in the
touch it.
lunch lines. And so lunches have been great. I will say this: on Wednesday, lunches were fantastic.
Yes.
Um, and I think everybody like trying to find where you're sitting at. The reason we do, by the way, we give you assigned seats is in case someone in your assigned seat near it does happen to catch COVID. We have to do contact tracing, and so that's still a thing, because in the lunch line in the cafeteria you're a little bit closer together. So we would do some contact tracing on that one, but we'll make sure that we've got everything in place. So that's why we want to keep everything as similar as possible. So really, we're trying to keep you guys as like, okay, the seating charts here, and this is why we go here, and this is why we do things here, and this is why we do things in the hallway, and we don't use the restroom, so we can kind of figure out where everybody's at different times. So we build in restroom breaks during the day. I keep saying that, but then people sometimes keep like, I need to go now. Like, no, we've got time built in for you, and I know it's a little bit different than what you're used to at a middle school level, and hopefully this is the last quarter to do that. But until then, we got to follow these protocols
Yep.
in place. Like usually we use lockers. We've got brand new lockers we can't use right now because we will make sure there's no hovering, and so we make sure we go replace and everything's in our bag. So would say this too has been, the weather's been nice too, and so people have gone outside. People have been able to do things. I'm really getting to know some kids. I'm glad to have kids back. I'm getting to know some of them better now that they're here 4 days.
I know. Absolutely. It's been nice. Some of
It's
them
been
are a
very
lot
nice.
taller than I thought they were.
Yeah, we've got some tall kids, period. And so I better be nicer to them. So they're like, oh, I look up to them. I look up to you.
I know. There you go, kiddos.
And two, listen, by the way, lunch is still free. And so Miss Barbara has someone who's trying to talk with her. Like we are actually filming this now on a Wednesday night instead of the morning. The morning ones are getting a little bit. We're trying to be too quick with them. And maybe you like it that way. I don't know. Some of you say, "Oh, you're too long." Well, you don't have to listen to everything. You don't listen to all of us all the time. But so we are glad you're all back. Um, do want to say lunches are all free. Now, someone has asked me about some snacks at lunches. So the chips, the fizzy waters they used to sell, all those healthy snacks. My assumption is, and I'm going to say this for the rest of the year, we will not be selling them because everything is free. There is no way to take money because they're not charging for the food itself. Okay, so make sure that you know that. So we're not going to be we're not going to sell snacks at all this year. It's just like because of the money collection is not there. Now again, next year is different. And the next year, the first couple of months might be different because we're going to be eating a different line in the cafeteria. So you're just going to be patient with us and know that things change from time to time. That's that's one thing that that we're talking about, and making sure that just like flexibility is a watchword here. Now, if you want to bring snacks from home and still have the school lunch here, that's fine.
That's a
I do
great
believe that
idea.
some of you all really like the fruits and vegetables. I think some of you all like. I know today, like we had people really going to town on the pineapple. That was fine, and I was glad to get it. Some people didn't, but it's like that's like I like that packaged fruit and vegetables going up in there, so you guys are able to go in and get that. Still don't have a lot of people taking advantage of the lunches, but it is
Yes,
free
go
still.
eat.
I want to let you know that it is still free, and for that and Miss Barbara gives the menu. What's the menu for tomorrow? You have a
So
menu for Friday?
tomorrow, yes. So tomorrow is Thursday, correct? Today is Thursday.
Well,
So
today's Thursday. Yeah, so
today's nachos and or the hot and spicy chicken sandwich. And Friday it is rotini with garlic bread or grilled cheese, or then that yogurt lunch combo.
oh, see that's like that. I will say that grilled cheese sounds good.
And there's so
And
many
the
options.
rotini, yeah, rotini and garlic bread, I'd have that too.
Yeah.
So,
Like the ham and cheese sandwich for today. Like if you want a deli sandwich, it's a lunch meat sandwich, just like you can make at home. They're
yes,
delicious.
and some of you are bringing lunches too. It's great.
Even
Great.
if you only eat half the sandwich, eat something.
Yes. I think some of you might get a little bit cranky in the afternoon for not eating anything. You get tired, then you wonder why you're cranky and tired. And then you go home and you eat like half the food in your kitchen because you're teenagers, and that's how you're growing. And
Yeah.
so
Just eat
that
something.
happens. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. But eat something here. We have like the lunches are really good. The really lunches are always good, and those lunches have been prepackaged, and so you're able to get them safely. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I like that's the deal. So
Eat.
let's see what's going on. Oh, we got so we're starting. So seventh and eighth graders, or sixth and seventh graders, will be getting a Canvas course really quickly here about course selection. We have
Yep.
filmed so many videos about that, so you're able to. Mrs. Patzel and I, and you really are. We're all in charge of the seventh and eighth grade course
Mhm.
selection this year for sixth and seventh graders, and so really, Miss Barbara and I are in charge of the seventh grade. It's easy. We put a video together. In fact, most of you won't even choose a class because you already got 16. But be looking on the lookout for the course selection with every video every video on there. If you just watch them, you'll be able to pick all your classes. And we're going to say that May 1 is our cutoff date to change any classes. So don't be changing. Picking and changing, picking and changing, picking and changing. Other than that, let's see here. 4 days a week. Make sure you follow directions.
Sports. We'll talk about
Sports
later.
are practicing like crazy, and we're gonna have some MVPs here before too long. I know that the winter sports season is winding down. It was our season of champions. We won both the girls and boys district championship for the township, at least at the eighth grade level. And then we had a couple of wrestling champions, and then our cheerleading team was just phenomenal. Our dance team made it to the state finals.
Yep.
And I'm waiting to see the IXL. Don't yawn. I'll yawn.
I know,
We're all on fire. So
they wore me out.
Yeah. So I'd like to talk about soda pop then. Oh, you got Coke Zero. Ah,
I like Zero.
this I thought this was a
Nice
Pepsi spot.
look.
I thought this was a Pepsi sponsored.
Yeah,
Um,
but this is what my
announcement.
husband bought, so this is what I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm more of a. I mean, when I did drink pop, more of a Pepsi guy.
Pepsi,
Pepsi,
absolutely.
Dr Pepper,
Except
Mountain
for
Dew. Although,
Diet Coke over Diet Pepsi. But like, well, I just like Pepsi. I like Pepsi.
Mr. Bogenkamp just passed out when you said
Sorry,
that. Mr.
Mrs.
Bogenkamp
Buckingham. I'm not too far. I can come save you.
lives
But
on lives
Diet
on Diet
Pepsi
Pepsi.
tastes flat.
And Miss Real, if you ever need a can of Pepsi, if you ever need to, you just
I
Miss
love,
Real.
I love
Yeah,
Pepsi, but I don't like
but there's
Diet.
some people who are Coke people. I've never gotten them. I don't
The
understand.
Diet Coke is just the best. McDonald's Diet Coke. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't. I guess I like the decaffeinated tea because I'm at an age now, whatever reason, caffeine past 1 o'clock, just I'll be up all night. I don't understand it.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
the problem.
know when it started, but it's I can't take caffeine too late. I'm an old man. I don't
You
know
are an
what
old
that is.
man. Like, I'll be
So
drinking this at
I
8
just-
o'clock.
probably what I want to leave is like I get sleepy off. Want to leave. I'm very sensitive, I guess, to whatever medication and or caffeine. Coffee in the morning is great though. That's all the time.
I think maybe I'm just, I have too much caffeine in my system.
That could be.
Because as soon as I don't have a like if I don't have coffee by 9 o'clock, my head's pounding. So, see, kids, these are all things you don't want to get messed up.
Right. And but then our kids like sometimes eat the hot Cheetos at
Ugh.
7 in the morning for breakfast. I don't see how that. If I did that, I'd be like all day. I'd be sitting in my office and what's the matter, Miss Pickhock? I just don't feel well.
Yes.
And I don't know what it is. And then
it's gross.
Oh, I did though today. I listened at lunch on Wednesday. I did see a person eating plain corn chips, and that's not really a kid friendly.
Really?
I don't think kids eat too many corn. Yeah, that's more of a mature.
Like just Fritos. I love Fritos.
Yeah, Frito corn chips, which that's more of an adult thing. But yeah, it's straight. Like I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Have you watched the TV shows, The Foods That Made America?
No, I need to though. I know that my wife has watched a few.
There was one on last week about Lay's potato chips and then Fritos, and how that all came about. It was so interesting.
Well, speaking of that those are all owned by Pepsi. All those chips are owned by
really?
Pepsi. Yeah. I want to say that the carbonation air that they put in the Pepsi, they also put in the Lay's potato chips. That's why the potato chips are so empty when you open them up and there's like halfway through. Like that's a jip right there, right? That has to be a jip.
It is.
And don't get me started on cereal boxes. They used to be huge. They used to be the size of a 40-inch TV and filled to the brim, and now they're all small and they cost more.
Yeah, they do.
Cereal's still cereal though.
Cereal's good.
I get to have awful cereal. I mean, even the healthy cereal's got some redeeming qualities to it.
Fiber one.
Maybe not that. Like crackling oat bran, stuff like that. So we need to have you know what we do? We'll just have a cereal episode at some point. Just a straight up cereal. We'll bring kids in. We'll do taste tests. I'll get milk. I'll get everything going on here. And Matthew Bravo, make sure Matthew Bravo, you're coming down to my office to get some rewards for the Ides of March. Nice. And then I asked the other day, I asked about St. Patrick's Day. I got a lot of reminders on that one. So the one that was Camille Thorpe, it was so originally he said that March 17th because it was St. Patrick's birthday, but actually it was his day he died. And so he was there. It was about so she's saying it's about Christianity. Yeah. And then patron saint of Ireland, St. Patrick. So our students know their stuff. So when you put out a question to them, they really know it. So, and so I'm very impressed. So Camille Thorpe, you'll come on down too for a reward. You were one of the first ones to talk to me about St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
And then what is it coming out? Was it like the 20th, right? It's spring called the equinox. So it's equal days, 12 hours. a light, 12 hours of darkness, and then it starts to get bright the whole time. And then we get to the summertime, and then it's like what, 16, 18 hours of, I'll sing that song. You better believe that when our song, right, that'll be the song we play our last episode, and I'll be singing that the whole time through.
Now, have you ever watched the regular show?
The what show?
The regular show.
No, I never heard of it.
Mordecai and Rigby. There's a song "Summertime" on there too. I bet some of the students know what I'm talking about.
I'm behind on some of my shows I should watch to connect with the kids.
Yeah.
So. Here's the thing. Now that we film these in the afternoon, when we film in the afternoon, you get more hilarious, frivolous nonsense.
It's because
how the air and pop is also putting the potato chips, and you don't get full potato chips. But let's get to announcements. So, what's your favorite show that we haven't mentioned? Someone did say though we could talk about Saturday morning cartoons to bring us together. That would be like a shared experience. But I don't think the kids' Saturday cartoons are the same as mine. Like we had the Smurfs and Pole Position, and like Punky Brewster had a TV show at night and the cartoon. So the Justice League was like my favorite, but that movie wasn't that great.
Twins.
Yeah, the Wonder Twins activate, form up. You know what? See, the thing is though that movie bombed, but the cartoon was awesome, and so I don't know how that is. So.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, yes, Scooby-Doo, yeah. So you can tell me what cartoons tell us what cartoons you watch, and do you watch them on Saturday? Like, do they even watch cartoons on Saturday morning? Well, and on what channel do you watch them?
On Cartoon Network.
Because I will say this, I usually go run errands on Saturday mornings. I'm always at Home Depot and the grocery store, or the grocery store and then Home Depot. One of the two. I love Home Depot, and you'll see me there every Saturday. Just looking at stuff. I don't even need anything. I don't look at that lawnmower. It would take me 2 seconds to mow the riding lawnmower, but I always look at them because they're kind of cool. So
go in there. And
do they still do Saturday cartoons? And on which channel do you watch them, or do you watch them on the YouTube? Like right now, our announcements are on the YouTube.
YouTube.
The way you can tell any social media, if you put "the" in front of it, you can tell you're too old. Yeah. Like the Facebook, the Snapchat, the
Instagram,
the Gram. So, and then I was doing it lunch yesterday too. Like they didn't like that at all. The kids are not like.
They just don't appreciate our humor.
Sometimes. They don't appreciate my old man maturity of not knowing what they're talking about. So
they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. So
silly kids.
All right, let's get to it. All right, today is Thursday / Friday Eve, March 18th, 2021. And actually, are we on spring break eve? We're getting close to it, right? So we have 1 week.
You say spring break eve, they're all going to think it starts on Friday.
Spring break eve is next week. All right, so make sure it's not next week. Spring break is the week after next week. Yes. All right, so students, start your day at Canvas. Every day starts at Canvas, mstwt.instructure.com. Parents, and start your day at westlaneparents.com, the parent portal, and also don't forget about Parent Square as well. Students, this week we'll continue to say this. Do not use restrooms during passing periods. Keep your phones put away, especially when you're walking, and anytime but lunch. I think we're going to give you the time at lunch to be on your phone, but that's really it. We're not walking down and doing that. But if a teacher asks you to put your phone away, put your phone away. Yes. It's that simple. If I'm asked to put my phone away, the teacher puts the teacher told you to put your phone away, put your phone away. And make sure you are on time to class. Zoom norms, don't forget to don't share your passwords. And let's see here, make sure you're using respectful language. Those of you, and by the way, those of you online, be on time to class because now our teachers are focusing more on the in-person. So as long as you're there, when class starts, they'll let you in and then you'll be part of the class with everybody else. Technology issues. If you're at home, please dial 317-254-5566. If you're here, I know the teachers have been putting in tickets to #1 on our that's our help desk. So make sure you keep putting those tickets in for the kids that need help desk. Don't forget, if you have lost your charger, you will have to pay $40 for it, and you'll be billed for that. And any kind of repairs we have to do beyond the normal, this doesn't work, will be charged to your parents. Sixth graders, don't forget to sign up for honors science and honors social studies for next year. Please make sure you fill out an application and get your current teacher's recommendation. Don't forget to also get that application in for AVID. I know the interviews start next week. Our Student Alliance for Equity, our SAFE program here at Wesleyan. Next meeting is March 22nd, 12:05 to 1 o'clock on Zoom. All Zoom info and Zoom links can be found on the SAFE Canvas course. Please talk to Ms. Courtney with any questions.
Mhm.
All right, it is Women's History Month, and we have some students who did women that impacted them. I think that talk about impacts come in small and large. And today, Ms. London Murray is talking to us about Alicia L. Bruno Murray. And yes, that is her mother. And she's saying it's by London, aka her favorite daughter. Now, London is my favorite daughter of hers. I think she has 2 or 3 siblings, but I know London really well. And so, yeah, she's awesome. London's awesome and mom's awesome. So Alicia was born and raised in Gary, Indiana, and went to Butler University. She is part of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and she is the best certified pastry chef. And London, if your mom ever needs a taste tester, send those on in, and we'll also see her, see if they're the best pastry chefs. I will sacrifice my time and effort to talk about her pastries, and so will several adults around the building. And she's also a breast cancer survivor. And so there you see a picture of her, and I think with her other sisters. Oh, I think I do recognize her family. And so that is London Murray's talking about her mom's impact on her. Thank you, awesome. London. That was great, London. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you
We got one birthday today. Yay. The man, the myth, the legend, Chase Doss.
Happy birthday, Chase.
Happy birthday, Chase. So eighth grader. So yeah, he's been here 3 years. Like been here 3 years. We feel like we know you, and we know you so well, and it's awesome to see. So happy birthday, Chase.
Happy birthday.
All right, so today, there we go. We're foot loose with our second step. Second step.
I love this song.
Second step. Ooh-wee. So yeah, second steps today. Outstanding. So make sure you work through that in your advisory class. All right, the mission of Wesleyan Middle School is to develop lifelong learners and globally minded citizens by fostering the academic, creative, and social skills needed to achieve excellence in a multicultural environment. Every Wildcat, every day gets better. All right, so it's Thursday, and actually, London Murray, wonderful job.
Yes.
With that presentation. I know several of you, several of the ones we have, this are moms, and so we may, I'm going to save this, and so we may actually show this too, right before Mother's Day. I know that's a big holiday here, so if we have that, maybe we'll do a Mother's Day special. That's also at the tail end of Teachers Appreciation Week. That's coming up. We also have iLearn coming up after spring break. I just want to make sure that we'll be talking about that. After that, we'll wait till you get back from spring break to talk about that, though. So it is a test we have to take. We've got a year reprieve from it last year, and so we'll work as well through as we can this year. So, anything else, Ms. Barber? Anything?
No, I think I'm good. Everybody, hope you enjoy this beautiful weather we're having.
Yeah, it's supposed to be windy tonight and stormy tomorrow, and then get down to this is what spring is. It'll rain, get down, it'll be super cold on Friday. Then it'll get warm back up over the weekend, and it'll be like 60 again, and then 20, and that's what spring is.
Yeah, we had ice dripping from our trees 2 days ago, and today it's 70.
Yes. So,
it's crazy. Just crazy. So enjoy it.
Spring.
Enjoy some.
And we're on an escapade. Yes. We are on an escapade to bring you the best announcements ever.
We love our Janet Jackson. Dude.